Hey, how's it going? Today's video is going to be about a review on the state of Apex and how's it going to be like going forward and if it's worthy to play in 2024, basically. I've done a similar video in the past, but I feel like that one is like poorly made and things were pretty scattered. So this time around, hopefully I will do a better job. I will have like 6 to 7 chapters and you can skip around and take a look at things that you want to see. But yeah, let's get started. So the most important thing is it worth the time to play Apex right now? I think Apex is on its last legs, especially with the recent introduction of a split fucking battle pass. It incentivizes people to play more, and not everybody enjoys that, not even me. It also forces, well, not force, they are taking away your option of paying $10 to have a complete battle pass and changing it into you paying $20 for 2 separate battle pass. So you're paying money to buy pain. And let's be real, the cosmetic, even though we haven't seen it, but I guarantee you, they're gonna be the same quality, they won't be better, and all you're gonna get is a little bit of extra exotic shards, which is like a premium currency for cosmetic upgrades. So in terms of like time, Apex is probably not worth playing right now, because you need to like spend at least like a few hundred hours to get good at the game if you're coming in with 0 hours. And cosmetic don't really matter, but you'll be tempted. Moving on. How rewarding is it to get good at the game? Well, it really is rewarding. As does most difficult tasks in life, once you get better or you overcome a hurdle, you'll feel incredible. You'll feel like, God damn, I'm fucking good, right? But video games, Apex, it doesn't need to be this hard. You could do, you could make your life better with the amount of time investment you put into this game. I would say like 1,000 hours, 2,000 hours, and that's being generous, by the way. 1,000 hours, 2,000 hours come into the game with 0 experience is when you'll start being comfortable at the game. If you're bad like me, it takes about 4,000. Yes, I'm that fucking bad at the game. In this game, what really makes you like want to stick around is the creativity and ingenuity in combat. Let's take the example of Pathfinder. When you're playing Pathfinder, you set down a zipline in any position. There's places where you can sit down a zipline that you can't even imagine. Like, why the hell are you able to? And because of that, because of that curiosity or coincidence, you get to kill a team, squad wipe a team. The RNG mixed with creativity makes the game feel alive and unique in every single gameplay loop. So yes, it is really rewarding to get good at the game. And I'm not just talking about reaching master ranks or high ranking stuff. Just by understanding the game and how you could kill enemies better makes you feel good. Moving on to the next topic, how long would it take in general to be good? So we're talking about 4 subjects really. You have to be good at movement, good at aiming, good at positioning, and most importantly, your mental state has to be good too, your mental endurance. In terms of movement, there's a fucking slew of movement videos that you could spend an eternity on trying to master, but all you really need is tap strafing, which is binding your wheel button to W key basically. And that's all you really need. I've been using this since God knows when. In terms of aim, you could just do aim labs or Kovacs. If you just strictly play Apex, I would say it's not efficient because you're spending most of your time just walking around, jumping out of fucking dropships. So do aim training on your own time if you want to get good at that. Positioning, it's more about game experience. You just have to play a lot more and maybe watch some pro footages. In terms of mental endurance, this game is 30% mind games. It's really fucking annoying. Trying to keep yourself calm and dealing with stupidity. So once your mental state is shot, just drop the game for the day. Just leave it there. You're not gonna get any RP. You're not gonna be nice to people. Your aim is gonna be shit because your mind is being in the dumps. Now, Apex is not meant to be won every single time you go into a game. Some matches are rigged to make you lose. Some matches are rigged to make you win. Focus on the ones that are in between, right? The ones where you are fighting reasonable enemies, the ones where you have a reasonable team. Focus on those. That's how you'll improve. Notice when your enemies are beyond weak against you, they're fucking garbage compared to you. Notice that and ignore them. Don't think highly of yourself and don't think lowly of your enemies. It's very likely that they're just new to the game. And also focus on when your enemies are way fucking out of your league. Those ones, ignore it. They're just there because the fucking system can't find a lobby for them, so they just shove it into your lobby. They're not even supposed to be there against you, so ignore those. Be grounded, have a realistic expectation going into Apex. Will keep your mental state flat or normal. You won't be fucking crashing out like I do 24/7 basically. Now, what mode should you play in as like a new player? As a new player, I definitely recommend like quads because it offers the most opportunity to learn. You're in a scenario with 3 men standing, including you at most times. Why do I say 3 men instead of 4 men? Because there's always gonna be that one idiot on the team, no matter what. So yes, a quads offer you a full team. Now in trios, you run into the situation where both of your teammates are usually fucking idiots. Like one person is like completely dumb and clueless, or they could just be egotistical and solo pushing everything, and the other teammate would try to like cover for them and die in the fucking process because like, you know, they're like following the other person and they can't help themselves to get out of a situation. So it usually boils down to like 1 man down, the entire team down. It's like really repetitive and annoying. I don't recommend playing trios. Don't play solo unless you are good. That's my general advice for solos. It's meant for people to drop 4Ks and 20 bombs. You're not learning jack shit when you're playing solos unless you're already acquainted with the game or you have your like some level of skill there. Apex, again, is all about dealing with pressure and managing pressure. In solo, you don't really feel that need. You're just there for farming purposes. Your failure don't matter since you don't have a fucking team, right? In duels, it's also really not a good place to learn because again, it's easy to manage or kill a third party by yourself. Your teammate really isn't like a prerequisite to you winning. So I feel like quads is the best place to put yourself in like a teamwork mindset, like while improving yourself. All right, now some general tips for the fucking game is when you try to kill enemies, pay attention to your surroundings, right? You don't know when the fuck somebody's gonna pull up on you. Just make sure you're aware of where the fuck people are at all times before entering a fight, after finishing a fight, and during the fight. You will get third party. Don't just assume there's 2 teams here and there's gonna be like, you know, no teams coming in. They could hear fucking grenades and gunfires from like half a map size away. That's insane. Yes, some people are that fucking like acoustic. Their fucking headset is tuned up to like 200 million decibels and they hear everything. So yes, just make sure, you know, you're ready to dip out of a fight or you finish a fight quickly. Double amp walls. So basically for Rampart, you could place 2 walls right next to each other or in front of each other. Your second wall is going to kill the first wall's amp wall. So just be mindful of that. Certain ultimates are killable, such as Horizon Alt, Conduit Alts, and Pylons from Watson. Those are killable. You should keep that in mind because I don't know why people sometimes forget. Kill enemy jump pads when appropriate. So as easily as you are able to backdoor a fight using that jump pad, someone can do that to you too. Usually this is not a problem and it could be ignored, but if you see a team pulling up, you might as well just destroy the jump pad. You would be a fucking moron if you don't do that, right? If you're a control legend, it's a good idea to leave traps near enemy zips. That is true. Yeah, that's just for recon purposes. When somebody go through your fence or traps, you'll know they're there. So you can like go back for a fight. Know when to use your scanning abilities. This is a wide topic when I wrote it down. I basically thought about everything related to scanning. So first thing first, when you scan a recon or a map beacon, you're in a vulnerable position to do so. So make sure your teammates are near and you scan the fucking terrain before you do so, right? Not have a shiny ass Kraber fucking shooting you in your dome. And you should know when to scan an enemy using a Bloodhound scan or a drone. You can easily give away a surprise push when it's done inefficiently and costing you an easy fight. It's less of an issue for crypto drones because, you know, it's really hard to tell where the hell the drone came from, and it also distracts the enemy, which gives your teammate time to pull up and like surprise attack them. Healing, what's it called? When you're using the drone, you can like throw the drone out and also pop a med kit right before you enter it. So you just have to like throw out the drone first and like press your healing key. That's pretty simple, but a massive tip if you're playing crypto. When reviving, just be sure you know when the enemies are pushing and if your teammates are there for you or not. Just be mindful. When you're almost dead and like you're the last person surviving on a team or your HP is just low and you can't really escape from a scenario, just take a last stand. Try to bring someone down with you as opposed to just running. Because there are times when bringing someone down with you makes the fight easier than just running away. Elements of surprise is there when you're suddenly turning around and blast someone in the face with a PK or Mastiff or 77. They would have to decide between finishing you or get scooped up by your teammates. Lastly, zone pull. This is similar to the map beacon thing, but this time you don't scan anything, you just have an innate knowledge. This comes with gameplay experience. There's also like tools online to help you learn the way that zone pulls. It basically boils down to a ring moving in the same direction it's been moving. Stormpoint or SP is notorious for having like unpredictable zone pulls though. Don't try to predict that shit. That is fucking ass. Game sense and environmental awareness. We basically touched on this topic earlier, but I would like to just mention that use your ping wheels. It's very useful. Don't ignore it. Please don't. I will fucking blow my brains out if I have a teammate just like not pinging anything and just pulling into a fight. It makes me lose my mind. Don't try to be that guy. Lastly, this is very important. Weird bugs in the game, right? We have jump towers that can be seen through geometries at times, so you could tell where enemy teams are. If you see like a glowing fucking circle on the floor through a wall, that's a jump tower being deployed. Rampart or horizons, their in-game models sometimes do a 360 spin mid-fight. It just happens randomly. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but it just happens. Landing on enemies, be careful to not land on enemy heads as you'll be ejected away from them. You can slip through or clip through geometry if you're not careful. So when you're landing, just don't land on people. Land on the floor, preferably. Yeah, so that's my tips and review for the game for the most part. Play the game now if you want to catch the last waves, because the game is not looking fucking good. There's a lot of undesirable things happening with the game. EA or Respawn even, I think Respawn, they're just lying to the community at this point. They made a post recently saying that they want to hear player opinions and player feedback, and then they proceed to do a bunch of like shit that goes against what people are saying. But yeah, come play Apex for maybe the last time ever, and enjoy your time here. Take care.